everyone. Welcome to another episode, Let's Be Real. I am Joe Mambu.
I am Cheyenne Finch.
Big Sure, I'm here for you, my people.
Dang, what you giving them today?
I'll let you start off first.
I'm trying to change it up a little bit.
No, you.
Nah.
All right, so this is episode 118. This episode is called This Week in Sports. There was some stuff.
We couldn't come up with a real good title because LeBron's not here no more,
So there's really nothing in sports.
Well, I mean, there is.
There is. Don't do
Thanks
that.
for coming, guys. We're gonna.
Don't do that. Don't do that now.
But so this episode we're gonna talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know, he got benched for Tua. Tua is the future of the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. We also have Antonio Brown getting signed by the Bucks.
Brady whoring himself for a championship.
Well, you know, 6 ain't enough, right? 6 not enough.
Oh, please.
He wants 7.
Please.
And then
He's greedy.
Yeah, he is greedy. And then Daniel Jones. We
RKO?
all saw
You know my boy out here doing the thing. We're still 1-6, but
But yeah, so we'll be talking about that, and then some NBA stuff, right? With the Miami Heat, possible trades for a certain player that may bolster their roster, if we got time for that. So let's start off with the Fitz thing, because I felt a little bit bad. I felt so bad for Fitz.
yeah, that was so sad.
You felt bad.
I felt bad.
Did you not?
Listen, he's a 16-year NFL pro who been a journeyman for the most part of his career outside of his tenure in Buffalo. And him and being in Miami, he kind of felt like, it was his team. Especially they were doing good. They were one win away from being the lead of the AFC East, right? Not the greatest division, but it's okay, right? And they pulled them when he was having a really good season. The Dolphins are 3-3. They played today, so did they? I don't know. Did they play today?
No, they're off.
Okay, so they're off, but they're 3-3, right? And he's threw for 1,500 yards, right? 10 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, and he was having a really good career. Listen, the guy's 37 years old. So I feel a little bit bad for him. I understand that Tua is supposed to be the guy, and basically, all of that I understand, but I felt bad for him. He kept it real candid. He didn't give you the PR answer when a young guy replaces you. And I felt a little bad. What was your thoughts on this shit?
I can appreciate how real he was about it.
Yeah.
His heart was broken. It was what kind of confuses me though. It wasn't Tua a first-round draft pick?
Yes, it was. Number 5 overall.
Yep.
So your team drafted a quarterback in the first round, and
5 or 6, somewhere in between. Sorry, go ahead.
At the what?
5 or 6.
Who, Tua?
Yeah, he was picked behind Herbert.
Herbert's having a good season, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
My point is, it didn't tip you off that they were trying to replace you?
No, so this is the thing. I
just feel like you make a quarterback that important in the draft, it's because you're not feeling what you currently have.
Yes. What was the record last year for the Dolphins?
They were bad. That's all I know.
They were bad.
They were bad.
Okay. So they had to make the pick. My thing is that they were bad last year, right? Fitzpatrick was the starting QB, but he had fire this year under him. Like, he was playing really good. That was the thing, is like you get pulled. You got pulled while you were, like, if you were playing poorly, I understand. But you were playing really good. The Dolphins were, they were sitting at 500, but listen, they having a good season. And Fitzpatrick is playing amazing football. So I get why Flores decided to pull Fitzpatrick, because it's like, you see what the rookie quarterbacks are doing. Justin Herbert. Tua is a really good quarterback in college, and you want to see what can happen. But my thing is, it's weird to me, because it's like, even with Tua, the Dolphins necessarily won't make the playoffs, right? I would have had liked to seen Fitzpatrick just finish out the year, right? Especially if he's playing good. And then Tua's going to have a long tenured career. Like, what's the rush to put this guy in? Go ahead,
Let me answer your question.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We've seen the Fitzmagic thing go on for 15, 17 years with this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sorry, every time Sherm starts speaking, I feel like I'm about to get like a story. Like,
Right. I like it.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
We've seen Ryan Fitzpatrick do very well in the first half of the season, even 3/4 of the way into the season.
You're right.
But then when it's time for winning time, just ask the Buffalo Bills back in 13.
Yeah.
Check the blog too, because I wrote something on this. Check it out. It was one game left this season. They had a chance to make the playoffs.
I do remember
This
that.
guy throws picks all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
Like it's going out of style. You get a pick. He might as well set the whole goddamn team opponent to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Then the next year, he was with the New York Jets. Doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They had one game to make the playoffs.
They lost that game.
They lost the game. He threw 3 picks in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Wait, let me finish now. Let me finish.
Like, and another thing.
You damn right. You damn right about that. You damn right. After that, they didn't make the playoffs. Pittsburgh won their game, and they were knocked out.
Yeah.
And they were 10-6.
Yeah.
So you come in now. You see the Dolphins playing good, and Flores is like, I've seen this movie before. Why the hell am I gonna make him just ruin my season when I have a quarterback sitting on the bench ready to go? Granted, he was injured in college with his hip, and with that hip injury, everybody's like, "Oh my God, he may never be the same again," and everything. But no, this is the NFL. You're injury prone. You're injury prone. If you can stay healthy, you can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Now the time. The Dolphins smell blood in the water because just earlier today, the Bills didn't look good versus the Jets. The lowly Jets.
Yeah.
They didn't look good. They barely won the game. So I feel like the Dolphins see blood in the water. The Patriots ain't doing too good. I don't know the score right now, going on right now, but they're 2-3.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are 3-3.
Yeah.
And the division is right there. And the playoff spot is on the line. That's what they're thinking. Also, to my point, Justin Herbert went toe-to-toe with Tom Brady, went toe-to-toe with Drew Brees, and he looks great. Now, the Chargers are like 1-4, 1-5, but he looks amazing. So you have to see what you have out there. Now, maybe it might have been contract situational why they took out Fitzpatrick. You know, if they play a couple of snaps.
No, he's only making $8 million. He only counts against $8 million against the cap.
But it would have triggered if he plays a certain amount of snaps. It triggers something in his contract, and they have to pay him.
Yeah.
So they probably did not want to do that either. They probably didn't want to do that either.
It sounds to me like they were just hoping for a Dak situation without the injury.
Right.
Like, because Tony Romo had no choice. He had to sit out. He was injured.
Yeah.
They pulled in this kid, and this kid takes over the team. They were just like, we don't have time to wait. We need to get Fitzpatrick out now.
So I get it why they did it during the bye week, because you get kind of like 2 weeks to prepare your rookie quarterback.
But the problem with that two-week thing, the next team they play is an animal. One guy in particular. They play the LA Rams.
Oh, Aaron Donald.
Exactly.
God damn.
I don't think you want to. That's probably what people are saying. Like, why would you even put him in harm's way of that guy?
Well, if he survives, which I think for the most part he will.
I think he will.
They're playing 3 rookies on the offensive line. That's not good.
Yeah, no.
Versus that animal.
Yeah, Aaron Donald's
And I say because you cannot double team him. You can't even triple team him.
But this is also an opportunity for Tua to prove
Exactly.
himself.
to see if his hip works.
Yeah.
Wow, really, Joe? Really?
Right? Because that's what you got to
Really?
see if that hip works.
It's
True,
also
for
an
the most part.
opportunity for Tua to prove he can, like, hang with the big guys.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to be a part of an NFL team, if you're going to play professional football, you need to be able to basically hang. And this is the opportunity to just throw him out there, see what he can do without injuring their original quarterback. Let's say Tua can't hang. Let's say they put him out there, they give him his shot to prove himself as a new quarterback, and he blows the game. Everything is a complete mess. We got the 3 rookies on the offensive line, all that. Everything
big.
takes him out. You just put Fitzpatrick back in.
That's true.
That way it's not a Tony Romo situation. We didn't wait for something to happen to Fitzpatrick to find out what this kid can do. Because if something happens to Fitzpatrick and we put this kid out there and he can't show and prove either, we have nothing.
So So I agree with that. The only thing I think about when Russell first came into the league. It's been a long time. You remember the whole Russell Matt Flynn thing?
But
he had that one game. Matt Flynn got that $15 million contract by the Seahawks, and Russell was producing well in practice. And then Pete Carroll was like, "Hey,
the third preseason game, he gave him a shot.
He gave Russell a shot." So I could kind of see that with Tua. The only thing, but that situation was a little different. It was in preseason. Mm-hmm. With the Dolphins, you're in the midst of a season, right? And yes, we've seen the story from Ryan Fitzpatrick on several occasions. He's been on 8 teams in his 16-year career. So I get it, but I kind of look at it as like, especially like Tua playing against the Rams, you have the offensive line. Like it was saying, like Fitzpatrick had the locker room, like he was rallying those guys. So my next question is even if you put Tua in, what's next for Fitzpatrick? Because obviously, I will give you one scenario. That Dallas Cowboys situation with Andy Dalton ain't working, right? Mm-hmm. He only counts against $8 million against the cap, Fitzpatrick. Do you want to trade for Fitzpatrick? Because, listen, the way he sounded.
Ain't nobody trading for no damn Fitzpatrick.
Listen.
What the hell are you talking about?
The way he sounded hurt.
But you knew what was going to happen.
He didn't know.
You knew.
Just because
what do you mean?
Just because you know it's going to happen, right, doesn't mean that you're okay when it comes.
As the great Screwface once said from Mark, that stop the blood clot crying.
He probably didn't know it was going to happen so soon, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know the history.
But here's the thing.
You know.
He's 36.
The smart thing for a team to do is to draft a backup quarterback. Someone that has the skill. Like, they see a good pick. They know their current quarterback is on the way out. They're like, let's draft him now, train him behind this guy, and then when the time comes, we just make the swap. They didn't do that. They instead were just like, you know what, Fitz? We're just going to sit you down and let this guy take over. And Fitz is still on the team.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my team. I've been quarterback. I've been leading this team.
I got the quote.
And you didn't even give me a chance to train this guy to follow up behind me. You didn't give me a chance. Like Tua said himself, it felt like a father-son situation. Like your father's been running this game the entire time, and all of a sudden, as a son, you just get chosen to overstep your dad. Like, that's a lot, an uncomfortable position to be put in.
Damn, you man, me, damn,
so look,
person.
That's how he made it sound. Tua himself made it sound like that.
Made me feel bad.
Yeah. Listen, this is what Fitzpatrick said, right? He said, "I've been benched all kinds of different ways, but this was kind of the first place other than Buffalo that I've been fully committed and invested. I felt like it was my team." So it's like we know he had his tenure in Buffalo, right? And then after that, he was basically like a journeyman. So Miami was the first place because he was a starter all 2019. Mm-hmm. They knew they drafted the kid, but it's like he was playing well. So for Flores to make that decision while you're probably playing your best football at the age of 36, when you're thinking, yo, these are my last days in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like
I hear that, Joe.
Fitzpatrick felt a certain way. And then he said he got to be in Zoom meetings basically with the dude that fired him.
And the dude that's replacing him.
For
hours, every day.
Well, look, if you don't like it, ask for your release. Ask for your release,
I
then.
hear you.
You know how heartbreaking that is, though? You're in a place you want to be.
Yeah, who don't want to be in Miami? You're on the last leg of your career.
You're in a place you want to be. You're happy. Your team loves you. You're doing your thing. And all of a sudden somebody comes in and replaces you. Imagine you've been doing your job for however long you've been doing it. Everybody loves you on your job. You're good at your job. Everything is perfectly fine. And then all of a sudden there's a new hire that comes in. Now, you're like, okay, one day I'm going to leave this job and this new hire is going to take my position. That's fine. That's the natural way that things go. And then you come into work the next day and they say, no, they're taking it today.
Yo, you feel a certain way.
You feel away.
How do you feel? You feel played. You feel disrespected. Your heart is broken.
I wish I was making those millions of dollars that he was making. I was like, all right, you know what?
I'm sure that might soothe the hurt a little bit.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but I dig it. But
you're going to feel some kind of way.
But he knew the nature of the business. This is a cutthroat
And you
business.
can tell he did start training this kid because this kid said he's like a father on the field to him.
Right, he developed it.
He developed a relationship.
Even Tua feels bad.
I'm sure Tua didn't see it coming. Now, on a professional level, Tua's not going to turn it down.
course,
He's not going to be like, nah, I'm going to just chill out on the bench. I'm going to respect him and let him have his. No. Opportunities like this don't happen every day.
Yeah.
They don't happen every season to every player on every team.
Right.
You have to take it when you can get it. It doesn't matter whose feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
And you can empathize and be like, listen,
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
sorry it went
Yeah.
down this way, but you have to respect that the decision had to be made.
Yeah, I get it. And it's no guarantee Tua even being, Tua being the number 5 or 6 pick last year. Ain't no guarantee you're going to last in this league outside of your rookie contract,
But
right?
you have to see what you have. The pressure.
No, you do.
The pressure is on them because they could have had Herbert. And they're looking at Herbert like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Herbert
You're
is raking it out
I
there.
can see that influencing Flores' decision to put Tua out there.
You know, you got to know what you
But
got.
then you got to remember, they also sitting at what? Them Chargers?
The defense ain't no good.
I hear you,
Ain't
but
had
what they
nobody out
sitting
there.
at?
1-4, 1-6.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. But I understand what you're saying. I feel bad for Fitz because he's on his last legs.
I feel bad for him too, but he knew what this was when he was drafted, when Tua was drafted.
Yeah, but
he
not
knew.
like this.
Not like that. Not when you're playing well. Sermon, that's like me scoring a bunch of buckets. And it don't happen often, right? It don't happen often when I'm going nuclear on the basketball court. You've seen it.
I've seen it.
Where I've went off on the
seen it.
basketball court. But then all of a sudden, the younger kid is like, yo, you know what? Well, you scoring a little bit too much for me. I need to have my shot. And it's like, but we winning games. So why would you stop the hot hand? Fitzpatrick
And it's like
was
you're
a hot
going to sit
hand
down
right
eventually. There
now.
will be an opportunity.
Like, listen, I'm 34. I'm going to hobble up the court. You're going to be able to take over at 22. You know what I'm saying?
Your time will come.
Your time will come. But, yo, let us win this game right now. And I felt like Fitz should have got that opportunity.
They should have gave
just
Fitz
to
the
ride out
opportunity.
season.
Yeah, to end his career on a high note.
Yeah.
Now,
Not like Eli. Just saying.
don't mention that.
All right, but
to
go
her,
ahead.
please. Look at her face. Poor face.
So, oh, yes, you had
Since we want to talk about Eli.
Wait. Hold on. But now, Brian Flores done put himself on the hot seat now.
He did. You right.
He playing poker now.
Yeah.
It's high stakes now.
Yeah.
Because if this team start falling apart, you're going to have to fold him. It might cost him his job. Not right away.
No, not right
but
now.
not right now,
Yeah.
but it may cost him a little bit with the locker room because they'll say, like, to your point,
Yeah.
we
Fitz was
had the
man.
hot hand,
Yeah.
and you put this kid in. I look at it the same way as, like, when Pittsburgh, when Tommy Maddox went out, and Ben came in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And people like,
Damn,
he's a
that's
kid.
throwback. Tommy
Yeah.
Maddox, bro.
Yeah. And he was good.
Yeah, he was Tommy
was
Maddox.
good.
Was all right. Yeah, he was.
But they said, damn, now we got to have Ben in here. Now, he got in there because of injury.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, damn, now we got to get this kid a chance.
Yeah.
And it turned into a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
I just hope
No,
the
you're
energy on the team is still okay, though. Because honestly, when you've got a team looking up to a quarterback and all of a sudden there's a switch and you got this kid leading you and you've grown so used to Fitz, it's not even about the skill level of Fitz versus Tua now. It's about the team, first of all, like being able to communicate and listen to Tua like as a team leader.
Because, yo, you got to remember, NFL
There has to
sharp.
be
Amen. They
there has
sharp,
to be a
bro.
sort of like a vibe and energy, a
Yeah.
connection with your quarterback
Yeah.
in order to make those passes happen, in order to make those runs, those plans to make those things happen. You can't just come out and be like, I got a good arm, you got some good legs, we
Yeah,
can make
yeah.
this work. It doesn't work
Plenty
like that.
of NFL quarterbacks with strong arms, but we just got to see what Tua can do. Like I said, I mean, I understand why they took the bye week to do it, but listen, Flores could lose the locker room. It could end up being a bad season for the Dolphins.
And a lot of people say, oh, he won't lose the locker room. Listen, when you're on a winning streak like that,
Yeah.
Granted the teams they beat were not world beaters.
No, they weren't. Yeah.
But still, you have chemistry. You're on a little mojo.
Yeah.
And I understand what I say. You take the rug under him. I understand, but at the same time, it's a business. It's time to roll.
Yeah.
We got to see what we got going on out here.
Right.
Speaking about seeing what we got, let's talk about
Whoring!
who?
Whoring! A lot of whoring.
Oh, yeah. So,
Well, speak your piece, sure.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Set it up, please. Set it up, please.
That's
All right,
what he
so
was
you
about
You're
to
the point
do.
guard, my man. You're the
No,
point guard. You know that,
I
don't you?
hear you, but
He
if
was
you
setting it up
if
so
you
you
gonna yell
knock
out
it
the
down.
plays,
Like,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
do. You know I go with my tantrums, you know?
But so
Tourette's?
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers recently acquired one of the best wide receivers of all time in Antonio
Whoa,
Brown.
whoa, whoa! Don't say whoa.
Of all time, Antonio Brown?
He's the best receiver right now. He got a little.
No, he's not the best receiver right now.
When he step on that field, yes, he is.
Okay, he's been away just for a little bit, right? And he's 32, so we gotta see what happens, right? We gotta see what happens. But he has 6 strong seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, with more than 100 catches, where my man was killing. He is no slouch. He's one of the best receivers of all time.
You ain't got to tell me that. I know that. Saying? I know that, baby.
He's not wrong.
But the rich get richer because didn't they just get Leonard Fournette?
Whoring.
You know what I'm saying?
This goat is
Rob
whoring.
Gronkowski was like, no, I'm coming out of retirement. You know what I'm saying?
Don't come out of retirement.
Right? He was over there shacking the food with Shaq and it was like, yo, you know what? I want to play football again.
He's out there WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Doing all that shit. And he came whoring for Tom.
But how do you feel about the Antonio Brown thing?
It's whoring. How much more help does this motherfucker need?
He's old. He's 40.
I thought he was a fucking GOAT. You know Aaron Rodgers been doing this for fucking 10 years straight with no goddamn first round picks. I know nothing.
Well, yeah, you know.
And he's been carrying that whole fucking franchise.
He has.
This motherfucker out here talking about, oh, I need Leonard Fournette. Oh, I need Gronk. Oh, I need AB. You ain't no fucking GOAT. You got a whole goddamn defense out there doing the work for you.
Honestly, can you fault him? Listen.
I thought he was the fucking GOAT. This is why I keep hearing.
He is, but that receiver core.
This motherfucker think he's part of the 4 horsemen.
That receiver core.
The best way to secure your
spot. You can't
spot.
know what's going on.
The best way to secure your spot as the GOAT is to surround yourself. Surround yourself with a quality team.
Yeah.
And if you can have the best players around you, wouldn't you?
Well,
listen, Sherm, you've been doing this show for how long? You telling me if
like
you had
LeBron
2 people sitting here not saying
a
word, just sitting here, didn't know anything about sports, didn't know anything about podcasting, didn't know anything about speaking the English language, just sitting here next to you. Meanwhile, you're going off, spitting wisdom, going in about your opinion. The show would have the same quality.
How dare you?
But you see my point.
I got you.
Oh,
I got you. I got you.
see my point.
I got you. I got you.
A good player,
I got you.
a good team, a good franchise knows how to build a strong foundation. It's like I've always said when we talk about the Lakers, when we talk about basketball, we can't depend on one player to carry the team.
That's true.
Like many teams do.
Minute.
They'd be like, you know what, we have...
Basketball, one guy can basically take over the game.
No,
I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say 2.
If you bank on 1 or 2 players to take over the game, I promise you, you won't win. I promise you.
No, the Lakers just kind of did that, Cheyenne.
Yeah, and I've also seen them bank on 1 or 2 players and completely lose the game.
Well, Giannis and Chris Middleton.
It's not a good move.
Right.
You can get lucky. You can get lucky. But it is not a good move. It's not a good plan. It's never been a good plan.
Yeah.
You can win and not really have that great of a skill set, but the other team was just having a bad day. That's all luck.
Jordan
so you
and
can't
Pippen
convince me. You can't
Yeah.
convince me that if you set LeBron James on a team with nothing but rookies that can barely dribble the ball, that he's still gonna win.
Listen, let me tell you something right now. Some of these people out here will tell you oh, yes, he can. He can do anything. Then why the hell? He was kind of right for Andrew Wiggins anyway. I've always said that.
Yeah.
He was kind of right for
There are some fans that really don't care about the facts, the stats, the plans, nothing. They just want to hype up their player, hype up their team. We can do. You think there aren't Giants fans out here that are really ride or die? We could bring it back. The season ain't over. We might be 1-6, but Daniel Jones, he out here doing his thing.
man.
Y'all see that 80-yard run there? We can still. You think there are fans out here hyping up nothing?
That man is too busy getting RKO'd by air.
Hold on, so I don't understand why my man got a nickname. You garbage. You garbage.
Who nicknamed
Danny Dimes? How you garbage with a nickname?
I told this woman this thing when he was first drafted, what was going to happen to him, and I was correct. But let's get back onto the AB thing.
AB.
The whoring that is going on with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Whoring himself to win. Listen,
it's all about winning for Brady,
Even Bruce Arians said himself, he did not want a diva on the team.
He did that. Yeah, he did say that.
And now he has a diva on the team.
He got 2 of them.
Because now, it's almost like Brady's running the team now.
Brady should have sat down. I don't know how many times I need to say
I
it.
said-
That
I
man
said that.
needs to retire.
You remember me telling you
First of all, it
that?
would have been a much better look if he retired with the Patriots.
Wait, do
He
you?
has something to
It would have
prove
been a
He does,
beautiful
yeah.
career end.
He
has
wants to
something to
prove
prove.
that he could win a championship
without
without
Belichick. That's all it is.
Because even with Cam Newton being in New England, like people was like, "Oh, they gonna beat the Chiefs just because of Belichick."
they almost did.
They almost did, but I mean, he didn't play because
If
of the
I
COVID
was him,
thing.
I
but-
wouldn't even care. Listen, if you have
his
if you have a
competitive
good
spirit
relationship
is
with your coach,
ridiculous.
if the energy was magic with your coach and the two of you combined created a killer team,
Yeah.
killer records, championship after championship after championship, why are you mad?
Because he
feels like he wasn't getting the credit. They feel like Belichick was getting
Yeah.
together.
This sounds like spoiled pretty boy stuff to me.
to be fair, Belichick has had success with quarterbacks not named Tom Brady.
Run the names.
Jacoby Brissett, Matt Castle, Jimmy Garoppolo. Belichick has had success.
We all know Belichick is a amazing
Yeah, he's a
coach.
Mastermind.
Amazing coach.
The
So-
man knows the formula to make it happen.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But Brady's over here, he wants the spotlight on him. He doesn't want to share it with anybody else. He wants everybody to just be like, oh, Brady won that
Yeah.
game. Not Brady and Belichick
Yeah.
as a team won that game.
Yeah, I agree.
That is some spoiled pretty boy stuff.
Do you not feel as bad though that the Tampa Bay receiver core is kind of decimated?
They don't listen. They're decimated, but I'm pretty sure they're happy to see AB.
Oh, of course.
They're happy to see
Of
him.
course.
Why wouldn't they be?
They are real happy because
Yeah.
now they're gonna get one-on-ones all over the place.
God.
And then Gronk
Imagine
is gonna be
when
able to
Mike
run
Evans
free.
is
The fact
healthy
that-
and AB on the other side of that.
The fact of the matter is
Who
the
the number
wins are
two
going to be
receiver?
easier. The wins are going to be easier because they got a good lineup. Like,
Yeah.
And also the
you
one,
can't be
He's
upset
just
about that.
Well, Cheyenne, you gotta remember though, he hates
say
Brady.
it.
He hates
Say it like
Brady.
you mean it.
You think
He
I
hates
don't?
Brady.
I know you do, but see, you have clout
hates Brady.
because you have the greatest American to do America a solid twice.
That's true.
You had that guy, and I respect that man every day. I wake up and watch these football games. God bless you, Eli Manning.
You still watch some games?
You damn right I do.
Listen, that catch.
You already know how I feel about Eli.
That catch to Mario, that throw to Mario Manningham, that's one of the best throws I've ever seen in a Super
Again.
Bowl. Rain Man
Perfect.
did his thing.
Perfect
Yeah.
against cover two.
Because it
Perfect.
was crazy. It was like two defenders, and then you got to think the sideline, the out of bounds is an extra defender, and it just
perfect.
bloop. And I was
Versus
like, man,
cover
listen,
two.
Listen, I'm gonna watch that tonight. But all right, speaking of the Giants, Daniel Jones.
RKO.
The NFC least just keep getting worse because god damn it, they lost the game. But
I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
saw the running.
Let
I
us
saw
speak
the
on it.
yards. I saw the counting. It was like from the 20 to the 30 to the 40. Like
To the-
it just kept going. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And then the man didn't even get tackled. He just fell.
The turf monster got him.
He just fell.
The turf monster got him.
The turf
turf
got
monster.
him. Do they have a drill for that?
No.
Like to tackle the turf? How do you?
Turf.
I need there to be a drill.
No.
In the
Yeah,
morning.
that ain't no drill.
Like, what do you do when there's nobody in your way? The end zone's right there.
yeah.
You're right there. You're in the space.
Well, to be fair, he's
and you
6'5",
trip. Like, what do you
230.
do?
That's a big dude who was clocking 21,
They're all big dudes, Joe.
21
Word.
miles an hour.
These are big men. I promise you. Most of them only play football because their parents or their father or somebody at their
Yeah.
school saw how big they were growing once they hit puberty and said, you, son, are going to be a football player. And he said, but I want to be a dancer. No,
Probably.
you, son, are going to be a football player. I promise you that's why a lot of them are out there. See, these are all large, grown men.
Yeah.
Damn.
The man had the touchdown in sight. It was right there.
You know, you look like. Remember Al Bundy?
What was
Polk
it?
High?
I was going to ask you the name of the high school.
Listen, do you
that
And he
remember
was just
Al
running
his glory days.
his glory days.
Yeah.
That's how Daniel Jones looked to me. And I said to myself, he's not gonna make it because the way he was running, I'm like, it was
That's why
looking,
he didn't make it because you said it.
That's
You
right.
damn right.
How dare
I'm the
you?
boogeyman.
How dare you?
Boogie boogie.
You're the reason.
You must have blew on the screen and then he fell. That's probably what happened.
Just
But you know what?
Over.
To me
Barbecue
though,
sauce and all.
the Danny, what's his last name? Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. All right.
Danny.
Danny
you know
Jones.
Danny. My boy Danny.
Not
The
Danny
one,
Boy
the
from Iron
one
Man
silver,
Show.
the one silver lining from that run is how fast he is, right?
Yeah.
So you can manipulate the playbook to use that speed. so they can get another
He
fucking
will
win.
not get another run like that again
That was
this
luck.
season.
Listen,
What I'm saying is, it's like
I'm a
maneuver him
Giants
out the
fan.
pocket, extend the plays, make the receivers extend.
Joe, listen to me.
Listen.
He is not
What they
going
doing
to
ain't
get
working, right?
another run like that this season.
What they
that was
doing
like
ain't
when I told
working,
y'all.
right?
This one I told y'all earlier that I used to play flag football, and I
Yeah.
had that one touchdown that was an Odell
Damn,
catch,
you
and I
did
literally
say that.
caught it. I caught it out here, one hand, and I spun completely 360 and hit the ground, still holding that ball. I promise you, I never did that.
Was you
again.
doing the running man after the touchdown?
I did not. I
Okay.
hurt.
Oh,
I
my
hurt
bad.
after that touchdown. But I'm telling you, that's never gonna happen again.
That's not gonna happen.
So
again.
maybe that's Danny Dimes. I just need to know why he got a nickname when you 1-6. Like,
We're hopeful.
That's media. That's the other media out there doing that bullshit.
That's the media trying to set him in a good light.
But didn't I tell y'all about this man?
you do, you listen, you know.
I told y'all.
You know.
Y'all don't listen to me.
I listen. See, I told him.
Sometimes.
I
you do.
listen too.
You don't listen.
Almost never you listen.
Don't I get
never
to
listen.
man?
But we gotta wrap this up, man. Go ahead
All right,
now.
so you guys, I want to thank you for tuning into another episode of Let's Be Real. If you have any questions and comments, make sure to hit us up at lbrstalk@gmail.com. Check out the Facebook page where Big Sherm does a good job of posting content in between episodes.
Brother Q, you too, my man.
Well,
Keep it going.
Yeah, and then also make sure to hit up our Instagram at LBRS Sports, and that's another episode in the bag.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.